Well, good evening, everybody. It's Robert Forgit right here at the Alaska's News Source in Anchorage, Alaska. I hope you're having a great day. We have had a wonderful day, if you like snow, here in the Anchorage area. It started right around 1 or 2 in the morning, and it stopped roughly around 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. Don't expect much in the way. I want to show you a picture right now. This is what we're looking at from the hillside down. You're looking into what is a relatively low-lying cloud view of Anchorage, and here's downtown, and things have settled down. We've had a lot of snow today. Matter of fact, we had 6.2 inches. I'm going to go over that. For those that don't want to stay for 10 minutes, I'll do a quick forecast for you for tomorrow, recap today. Towards the end of the show, we'll also do my Forgit factoid so that you'll have that, and hope you enjoy that. So let's go ahead and see what's happened. Again, I hope you had a nice weekend. If you're watching football today in Anchorage, roads were a little messy. I had a few accidents on the road, so please drive safely. If you are in Anchorage, I want you to drive safely as you go ahead and start your commute tomorrow in the Anchorage Bowl. Taking a look at our almanac, well, we set some records today, and one of the things that we did was our temperature, 37, our low is 29. And we set a precip record, precipitation, that's when you melt that snow down. 0.37 inches of precipitation today, broke the old record of 0.34 set back in 1993. Boy, it was just beautiful snow. And taking a look at our Anchorage daylight for tomorrow, we're at 8:40 a.m., 4:44 p.m., feels much darker now when you start or end your day, and that's a loss of 5 minutes 22 seconds, 8 hours and 3 minutes of daylight. That's all we get. And of course, that sun does not rise very high in the sky. It stays pretty low as it goes over the horizon this time of year. Again, December 21st, we start to gain time. We get kind of excited about that. Of course, that's around the holiday season, so we don't notice it as much. But take a look. Let's go ahead and see what's happening. And I want to just highlight a couple things about today that were pretty special. Number one, we broke a record. Not only did we break this precip record, but we broke the all-time record of 3.8 inches, which was set back in 1964. We hit 6.2 inches of snow today. The last recording was at 4 p.m. I don't see that we're going to see much less. And hey, Jay, thanks for joining us. Agnes, thanks for being online with us. All that global warming, you said, awesome live. Hey, thanks. Nice to have you on with me tonight. I want to talk about the work week. We are looking for a break in the snow for tomorrow, but then Wednesday, I'm going to show you what's coming our way, another storm system. I think we're going to get snow out of it. But then as that wraparound moisture happens, if it's a southerly flow, we could also see that change to rain, as is typical when we get those southerly flow storms. So I want to keep talking about this a little bit. And again, it's darker earlier, so if you are around up in Alaska here, just be careful when you drive with the change in the time. You know, it's school kids might be coming back, so drive with school kids in mind as we go that. Got a lot of viewers tonight. It's really good to see you on Facebook. I know there wasn't much snow in Eagle River and to the north of that. Wallace, thanks for letting me know that. But boy, here in Anchorage, it is a winter wonderland. So pretty nice. We might see a little bit more in the way of snow in the valley for tomorrow. I don't expect a lot. It basically has to wrap around us, basically coming from the east to see that because things are drying out. So let's go ahead and keep moving forward so I can talk about this a little bit. Right now, temperatures right around 30 degrees for everybody here at 6:30. Yeah, a lot of people weren't ready for the snow today. I mentioned it last night. I said we got 2 to 3 inches, but the way it hit us, we certainly saw more here in the bowl. Down in the Kenai and also up in the valley, we said about an inch or less. You might get a little bit more tomorrow, but that was pretty much what happened, a nice dusting for that area. And with temperatures, we might even see that melt as we get into the latter part of the week. Look at our high temperatures, 37 for us, 25 in Fairbanks, in the 20s, of course, along the Arctic coast, 20s along much of the west coast. And what I want you to notice is that South Central is pretty much getting enveloped, this blanket of cooler air around us. So the next system that comes in, because they do go counterclockwise, usually grabs that cooler air from the north and pushes it on us. So that's the chance of snow that we might see. 33 in Kodiak, 51 in Ketchikan. Do want to talk about the northern lights too, and I will, but temperatures have changed quite a bit. And it looks like yesterday we saw quite a difference in the negative numbers for 24 hours, and now even more. So winter is setting in places like Nome, -1, Kotzebue -1, Dillingham. You share in King Salmon about -5 degrees, and I see in King Salmon, Nick, thanks for saying here in Dillingham, maybe out about 2 or 3 inches of snow that you got, so that's good. We kind of thought you might get a little bit of snow last night, and you did, all part of a system that's been pushing through. And what I'm trying to let you know is winter's here, and temperatures today, high temperatures, still above that freezing level, but things will start to drop for most of us. I want to mention, though, every time we get that storm out of the southerly flow, temperatures get above that 32-degree mark, and it really melts the south central snow. But certainly today was a beautiful day if you liked snow. I want to talk about looking ahead, and what I want to remind you of, for those that don't watch all the time, is our low pressure systems. We call them storms, but they're low pressure systems. They spin counterclockwise, so as they come in, they spin with rotation. They bring in the moisture and they bring down the cooler temperatures. So if it comes from the east up the southeast panhandle, it's going to wrap that cooler air around us and come over the mountains in south central. If it comes from the Bering Sea, most of you in the Bering Sea get walloped until, of course, you get that sea ice, and it doesn't form and stay frozen until much later in the season compared to 10 or 20 years ago. So a lot of those fall sea storms really will impact the west coast. So always keep that in mind with the low pressure systems, that counterclockwise rotation. So taking a look at this, I want to go ahead and show you. We are looking at a low pressure that sat on top of us, and that's what it looks like when we put it in motion. That low pressure system has pretty much faded and moved off. We do have a low. You can see it in the Bering. That's coming in on Monday. Its associated front goes over Kodiak and then continues to move kind of down the Aleutian chain. We don't look for a lot in the way of Monday activity for South Central or much of the west coast of Alaska. We still do have that strong winter storm warning up on the slope, and that's because we are seeing some very windy conditions. As we get into Tuesday, notice at the bottom of your screen, that's the low pressure system I'm talking about. You can see it move in, and boy, it's going to come in with impact. But also, what you need to know is we're going to see with it that trail of moisture coming in from the south. So it could be on the warm side. The yellow, of course, representing more in the way of rain, the green being rain, the purple being snow. So always keep that in mind. You'll have a variety of some snow showers on the west coast, so just want to let you know that. So Ryan, how does this rank as far as the latest snowfall into the season? Well, our season just started. This is a significant snowfall for us. We're above average for right now precipitation, not only for the year but for this month, because of today in Anchorage. So thanks for that question. I hope that helps. I see Kevin saying, not even close, we've had no snow past Christmas. Yeah, so we're doing pretty well as far as precipitation. I could show those numbers to you. I may speak to it at 10 o'clock tonight. So looking ahead, we are looking for most of the moisture to move off, as you can see. Then on Tuesday, as you see, Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when we'll see the most moisture moving in. And again, I'm thinking that we're going to see snow first, and then temperatures that probably will jump about 5 to 6 degrees if we get that southerly flow. And of course, the orange is the heavy rain that might impact us. So we might be spared a little bit. Snow totals over the next 48 to 72 hours, we're looking at 6 to 9 inches through Tuesday for Valdez, Whittier 2 to 4. Palmer, Wasilla, again, might have a little bit of snow tomorrow. Again, some of these numbers are a little on the high side, but as we look, snow totals should affect predominantly the mountain areas, and those mountainous areas being, of course, in the Valdez, Copper River Basin, and a little bit into the Chugach Mountain Range. So as we go ahead, I'm just trying to check some of the people that are in. Hey, I really appreciate you joining me tonight. Here's our forecast. We're looking for rain to continue in the southeast panhandle. Winds relatively light, but that rain will continue with cooler temperatures into the mid-40s. For the interior, winter storm warning. Now, that should have been canceled by now, and I see that to the left of Healy, the winter storm warning has been canceled. It was supposed to be canceled at 6 p.m. They had about 6 to 8 inches or more, and that was around the Galena, Ruby, Caltag area, and so that's been canceled. Winter weather advisory, I mentioned it, goes through Tuesday, and then at 6 o'clock, and that's for just the blowing snow on the north slope with gusts to 45 miles an hour tomorrow for Wainwright and Utqiagvik. So it looks like first snowman's been built by many, but also by, I hope I say her name, Vida Croto, who just wrote in. Thank you so much. It's been that cheap wine again. I like that can. So let's go ahead and see what's happening on the west coast. For you, we are looking at mostly cloudy skies at Nome, Galena, Unalakleet, and McGrath, with snow expected for Bethel, Gamble. You and Dillingham will probably see a little bit of snow too. Aleutians, it's going to be windy. St. Paul, Adak, Unalaska. It's been gusty out there, and that's because it is fall. And of course, we got that low pressure system sitting out there, and it's producing some wind, mainly predominantly out of the west, whether it's southwest or northwest or just west. That's what it is. Dillingham, you are going to see mostly cloudy skies, but tonight you might see a little bit more in the way of snow. Your temperature around 29. Fort Kenai Peninsula, I'm expecting to see a fog tonight. Then I expect to see a chance of a little bit of snow, maybe in the morning hours, not a lot. And then that should be clearing, and as it does, might see a little bit of sunshine. Temperatures in the mid-30s to 40s along the coastal sections. For Prince William Sound, yep, same thing. Looking at snow or mixed rain and snow for Cordova. It'll start with rain as we see the cooler air move in. Cordova, it should change to snow for you. Same thing for Valdez. Glen Allen could see some scattered snow showers. Matsu, looking for Talkeetna, Willow. A little bit of snow predicted in the morning, but then the snow ends, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little bit of sun break out. For us, AM snow is a possibility, but I think we're going to see mostly cloudy skies tonight. We're expecting to see that, other than the chance of fog, and that just depends on what's going to happen with us. Hey, I want to talk about the Aurora forecast, and we have seen some spectacular northern lights this season. And really, a lot of people think, well, winter is the only time. The northern lights are out all the time. We've had a lot of activity of the sun this year, and we get to enjoy that natural light show when it gets dark, because that's when we can see them. So tonight, I want to show you that we are looking at a pretty high KP index. 5 and 6 is really, really good. So what I want to point out is, if you've got clear skies anywhere from Utqiagvik down to Bethel, over to Dillingham, down through Juneau and Ketchikan, probably King Salmon will see them. Anchorage should see them too. However, it's pretty cloudy here right now. And even Kodiak, if you look out to the north, you might see them on the horizon. It is a great night to find the northern lights. So I'm encouraging you to get out there and do that. So I want to make sure that you have that opportunity. I did mention it on the 5 o'clock news, and I'll mention it again on the 10 o'clock news. One thing I like to do, for those that don't know, is I love to do a Forgit factoid at the 10 o'clock show when I'm working. So I'm going to share you the Forgit factoid and see if you can get the answer right. Here is the question. You know, yesterday was National Candy Day. What is the highest selling and most popular candy in the United States? Now, before you answer this, there could be two answers, but there is one that seems to be predominant. The other one is a popular candy, more so around the world. But which one do you think is the most popular candy in the United States? Is it M&M's, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, Snickers, or the Hershey bar? Think about that. Which one do you think is the most popular candy? While you're thinking of that, yeah, 6.2, maybe more now, says Donna. I think we're pretty close to finishing up with the snow tonight, so we'll see what the official total is from the Weather Service. A lot of people are guessing B. Alma guessed B. Ken, thanks for guessing B. Let's see what happens. Looks like one of the air valves. There you go. We got another B. M&M's with nuts and Snickers, says Nick. So Joyce is saying B, Tiffany's saying B. A lot of folks, we've got some C's and D's from Anastasia. She says C and D. She thinks it's a trick question. Donna says B. A lot of B's out there. I'll be honest, out of all three, I'm an M&M guy. And that's just an M&M guy, what I like to eat. May not be the right answer. A from Wallace, D from Vanda. Oh, A from Todd. Hey, Todd, good to have you on. Todd's a good friend of mine, so good to have you back in Alaska. A, B for Kitty. We've got Marcella coming in with D. Boy, a lot of people participating tonight. This is fun. I'm going to give the answer in just a minute. Anastasia's laughing. Luce, I hope I said that right. Lucy or Luce? She said A. Rochelle coming in with a A. Chris is coming in with a B. And I am going to give the answer away here in just about 10 seconds. Got a B from Carol Ann. Chris again, a B. Lots of B's. Maybe you're right. So let's go ahead and we're going to see what's happening. I hope you get the answer right. If you don't, again, I think there's a secondary answer. We'll see. I'll tell you why in just a minute. So as we go ahead, D comes in from Samantha. Teresa's coming in. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of people. I like M&Ms a lot. Yeah, Elma, I'm with you. And Christina comes in. But here's the answer. Are we ready? Let's go ahead and see it. And yeah, I like snow too. And the answer for those of you that guessed B, that is the answer. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Been around for years. Now, Snickers claims to be one of the most popular candies in the U.S., but we do know for one thing, it is the most candy sold around the world. So Snickers by far takes it for around the world. But typically in most of the surveys, it's the peanut butter cup that comes up and is always seems to be at least the number one with Snickers right behind it. So, but worldwide, everyone loves the Snickers. Hey, I want to go ahead and show you as we end the show here. Thanks everyone for participating. You know it, says Teresa. Tina came in with B as well. Yeah, it's been fun. Let's go ahead and look at the 5-day forecast. And I want to just mention again that we are looking for maybe a little bit of AM snow here in Anchorage. Temperatures, notice how cool they're getting. So we should be able to start to sustain this snow as we get around 32 as our high. Cloudy on Tuesday. I think Wednesday, we're going to see a chance of, again, rain or snow, and that will linger into Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, looking at mostly cloudy skies. Again, really a forecast is your first 3 days. The rest is an outlook. Hate to say a guess, but a lot of times it is, especially based on what's happening up here. So I hope you've enjoyed this edition of weather on Facebook. I love having you participate. Thanks so much to everybody who on Facebook gave some answers and did that. I'll be on at 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to use the same Forgit factoid, so because I haven't used it yet. So I'm not sure Joe's going to get it. We'll see if Joe gets it on the air. But hopefully you'll join us at 10 o'clock. And again, as I always end this, I want to say we appreciate you. We appreciate your viewership. I appreciate you joining me on Sunday evenings when I'm working. I always enjoy working. I've been doing it 30 years. And I just want you this week to give yourself grace, to give other people grace, and do something nice for yourself because you deserve it. So take a moment just to breathe the air, have a cup of coffee, play in the snow, build a snowman. I know what I have to do after this 10 o'clock show is I got to go ahead and shovel the driveway. So with that, have a great evening, everybody. And again, thanks for being here.